The race for Michigan's open Senate seat was last night's marquee matchup, a lot closer than we all thought. At this hour, progressive Abdul El-Sayed is clinging to a 1-point lead. That's it, just 1 point. Michigan's largest county is still tallying the votes. We'll have more on that in just a second.
So we'll take you to the board and show you where it stands in a moment. The race seen as an inflection point for Democrats. That party's progressive wing looking to prove that its message can resonate in middle America and not just the blue dots and spots that we have seen thus far. The race is closer than many pollsters had predicted, but that's kind of a question mark as to whether or not the polling was even legit. So more coming up in a moment. Both candidates late last night projecting confidence. Here we go.
We've had a long, hard-fought primary, and we'll know soon who our nominee is going to be. And whoever wins is going to go and take on Mike Rogers.
We are not a purple state. We are a state in need of a movement to take our politics back.
Wow. So our Rich Edson is in Dearborn, Michigan right now for the latest on this race. Hi, Rich.
Hey, good morning, Aisha. Well, there was an expectation that perhaps Abdul El-Sayed would win this race easily and that we get a call pretty early in the evening. Well, here we are the next morning, still no call, results still up in the air on this one. It was a little before 1 a.m. where both candidates, El-Sayed and Congresswoman Haley Stevens, addressed their election night parties, both saying we'd find out the result during the day. Today, still, El-Sayed delivered what sounded like a victory speech, and less than 6 hours later, his campaign sent an email declaring victory. Now the candidate says it's time to move on to the general election.
And I'm just really proud of the movement we built despite this. But on August 5th, both Congresswoman Stevens and I had committed to bringing the party back together. We understand that she still wants to hold on to a path. We're focused on trying to figure out how we bring the party together to defeat Mike Rogers in November.
No concession from Stevens, who says she will support the eventual nominee. This was a contentious primary where Stevens said El-Sayed's rhetoric was divisive. She also criticized El-Sayed hanging out Monday night at a pool party with influencers, including controversial progressive commentator Hassan Piker. Piker was also at El-Sayed's party last night. Referring to Piker, Stevens yesterday said we don't need demagogues or people citing allegiance to Chairman Mao coming into Michigan. With the race still tight, she also turned to the Republican nominee.
We got to wake up and be ready to go, because if we are going to win this thing, which we are, we are going to have to get ready and show Mike Rogers what a little stick it to him looks like.
Now, of the Democrats, the Republican nominee in this race, former Congressman Mike Rogers, says the crazy train has arrived in Michigan, with Bernie Sanders throwing coal in the boiler and AOC as the engineer. Aisha, back to you.
Okay, Rich Edson live for us. Rich, thank you very much.
Bill. Aisha, we left last night around midnight, so let's pick it up again this morning and show you why we cannot make a call so far in the state of Michigan. I'll take you into the real-time data. We are relying in large part in this race on the Associated Press and the numbers they transmit to us. Here is where we see strength for Syed. Here is where we see strength for Haley Stevens. Down here in the southeastern corner, 3 counties have 40% of the state population, all right? She has an edge in all 3 counties, but here's the catch. At the moment, he's got a 1-point lead, okay? That translates roughly to 14,898 votes, so call it 15,000. How many more votes are still out there? It's an open question right now, one that we cannot put our finger on. Why is that? You see this at home. A lot of these questions come up every election time. 96% of the vote in. That's the estimated vote count out there for what they predict or expect for this particular vote. That number can go up and it can go down, and then the results could find themselves in a very different place. In other words, if you get a large turnout, and we think this is a pretty good turnout for primary in Michigan, that number, 96%, can go down throughout the evening last night. It can go down throughout the hours overnight as they take more vote in that was not anticipated, all right? So it's a bit of an explanation as to why we cannot call it the race just now. Here is your number. Okay, come on up here. So this is Wayne, Michigan now. This is Detroit. Really, there's so many demographics that you can find in this county. It's #1 population-wise by a long shot. Right now, the estimated vote total that is 88%, which would seem to suggest that there are thousands of votes still out there in a county the size of Detroit. She has a nice lead here at 17,000, converts to about 6 points, which that's kind of where she needed to be to keep this close. Now, this is Oakland County. She represents a big part of Oakland County. That's her home district for the past 8 years. She has a nice lead there at 17,000 votes. It converts to just shy of 7 points. All right, so for Haley Stevens, she's kind of hitting her numbers in these critical parts of the state. For Syed, meanwhile, you pop over here. This is his hometown, Ann Arbor. That's Washtenaw County. Clearly, 24,000 vote lead on the raw vote count, converts to just shy of 25 percentage points. We expected him to do well in Washtenaw. That's Ann Arbor, University of Michigan. But whether or not it had to be higher than 25% of then, we don't know, okay? So at any point, I know other organizations out there that they've made a call that Syed's the winner, but we can't go there just yet because we believe, based on the reporting from the Associated Press, that there are still votes out there that could swing this one way or another. So hang on throughout the morning and the day until we get to that point. And until then, let's bring in Melissa DeRosa, Democratic strategist and former Republican candidate for governor in Michigan, Tudor Dixon. And Tudor, you know the state very well. Melissa, to you, take it one at a time. Syed in blue, his victory means what for your party in November and beyond?
Well, listen, Bill, I think that last night was a loss for Syed, even if he ends up winning. Poll after poll showed him between 12 and 17 points up. People had pretty much written off this race. And at the end of the day, he had the full weight of AOC and Bernie Sanders and all of these ads standing with him, these people who are supposed to be the firebrands of the party leading the way. And it looks like he's going to be under 50%, even if he pulls off a victory. And then he's going to have a tremendous amount of work if he wants to be victorious in November. His wing of the party, Bill, you have to remember, started the sit out the vote in 2024, leave it blank against Joe Biden. So they actively sowed division within the Democratic Party, and now they're going to have to turn around and ask those same Democrats that cast votes for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to hold their nose and vote for him, who, while he may not be a socialist, he has adopted a lot of their policies. He pals around with Hassan Piker, and he's got a lot of explaining to do. It's like saying, I'm not a drunk, I just go to meetings. So it's going to be a long road to hoe if it is El Sayed. But at this point, I think Fox is being incredibly responsible in waiting to call this until all the votes are counted.
We'll see on all that. Maybe we're right at the end. Tudor, go ahead. What do you think it means?
Yeah, I think it's a good news, bad news story. I mean, it's a good news story for Republicans because the Democrat Party in Michigan is very divided. I do think a lot of people felt like going into this, we were going to see this overwhelming Abdul win. And that was going to be hard to see the Democrat Party go to this totally un-American side. But it's a bad news story because it is still half of the party that has gone to a side that is socialist. And I know he's saying, well, I'm not technically socialist, but you are the people that you hang around with. And having Hassan Piker in the state is incredibly telling as to where the Democrats are going. So I do think it's going to be good for Mike Rogers. I think when it comes down to it, they won't be able to heal the party in time. We have a very late primary to be able to heal the party and bring these people back together. I mean, you've got elected officials like Hillary Scholten who have said in no uncertain terms she will absolutely not support Abdul El-Sayed. So how do you heal the party at this point?
Good question. 3 months to go on that. Listen to Chuck Schumer yesterday, then I'll ask you, Melissa, about a Stevens victory and what that could quite mean. Watch here.
In Michigan, I know you endorsed Haley Stevens, but if El-Sayed wins this primary, will you endorse the winner of the primary?
Bottom line, we are going to win Michigan, take back the Senate, and have a majority. And Manu.
Thank you. Is the rise of the DSA good for your party?
Look, we are a big tent party, and being a big tent party is a strength, not a weakness.
So, Melissa, if Stevens pulls this out, and again, some organizations have already called it for Syed, we have not. If Stevens pulls this out, Chuck Schumer avoids a head-on collision with the Jewish members of the Democratic Party nationwide, does he not?
He does. And listen, that was the exact same rhetoric that Chuck Schumer used after Graham Plattner won the primary in Maine. You don't see Chuck Schumer bear hugging these candidates. He actively ran against these candidates, but he cares about winning the majority at the end of the day. So he'll say the bare minimum to try to hold the party together through November.
Okay, listen to this. Cori Bush ran for re-election. Soundbite number 4. St. Louis, Missouri, taking on Wesley Bell. She lost again, and then she went off. Roll this from last night.
It pisses me off that for the next 2 years, this community will be represented by someone that didn't deem you valuable enough to show up to one candidate forum where there were audience comments, even though I showed up to everyone.
Okay, go ahead, Tudor, on the Republican perspective for the DSA. This is a split decision for the Midwest I see right now, right? Even if Syed wins, which would be significant, Cori Bush got trounced in St. Louis. But yet the DSA could still put forward 2 candidates in Michigan running in House seats. Go ahead and how you see that right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just showed the numbers in Wayne County. I think what you're seeing is the demographics in St. Louis are very similar to the demographics in Detroit. And ultimately, socialism doesn't work in those communities. And hopefully those communities help us to make sure we defeat socialism across the country, especially in the Midwest.
Tudor, thank you. And Melissa, thanks to you as well. Tudor mentioned this a moment ago. This is what Mike Rogers, he's the Republican candidate who ran unopposed yesterday's election. He will be on the ballot come November, whether it's Syed or whether it's Haley Stevens. Just barely lost Alyssa Slotkin by 19,000 votes. Keep that in mind as we move forward over the next 3 months. All right, that's it from here. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox 1.